the House of Chiefs. During the pre-colonial periods, all areas of northern Rhodesia, now known as Zambia, were ruled by chiefs. There was no central government of any kind. Chiefs did not deal with matters concerning every subject in their chiefdom personally. For example, in matters concerning land distributions, chiefs did not allocate the land directly to their subjects who used it. Rather, land was allocated to sub-chiefs who in turn allocated their share to the village headman. The village headman then allocated land to the heads of subsections or heads of families, and the heads of families or subsections later distributed the land to their dependents. In colonial times, chiefs were often used as instruments of indirect rule by the colonial administration. When Zambia became independent, most of the functions of chiefs were taken over by the central government. However, the government still recognized the importance of chiefs in governance of a country. It was because of this reason that the government in the year 1965 instituted, or rather established, the House of Chiefs. The House of Chiefs is an advisory body to the government on traditional, customary, and any other matters referred to it by the president. It acts as a collective public voice for ethnic groups. The House of Chiefs is not a partisan or political institution. Their function is to express a cultural, historical, and ethnic point of view on public policies. The members of the House of Chiefs get paid for sitting on the House of Chiefs in the same way that members of Parliament do. Alright, so now let's look at the role of chiefs, who we can also call traditional leaders. Chiefs existed in all areas of Zambia in accordance with the culture, customs, and traditions of various groups of people. They still play an important role in the lives of Zambians. Chiefs, however, are not allowed to join or participate in partisan politics. Their main role is to provide leadership in the community. They also serve as custodians of traditional values and land. Suppose you are asked a question, state the composition of the House of Chiefs. What would you say? So let's just go ahead and talk about the composition of the House of Chiefs. So the House of Chiefs is made up of 30 chiefs. 3 chiefs elected by the chiefs from each of the 10 provinces of the Republic of Zambia. The chairman and the vice chairman are elected from amongst the members. The elected members hold office for a period of 3 years and may be re-elected for a further period of 3 years. They can also resign upon giving 1 month notice upon writing to the chairman. The office of members become vacant under the following conditions. Number 1, if a member dies. Number 2, if a member stops being a chief in his area. Number 3, if a member becomes a candidate to any election or accepts an appointment to any office in a political party. Number 4, if a member is declared or becomes unsound of mind under any law in Zambia. Alright, so we've talked about the role of chiefs. We've talked about the composition of the House of Chiefs. Now, let's talk about the roles of the House of Chiefs. What are the roles of the House of Chiefs? Number 1, to consider and discuss any bill dealing with custom or tradition before it is introduced into the National Assembly. Number 2, to discuss and decide on matters that relate to customary laws and practices. Number 3, to discuss any other matter referred to it by the President. And number 4, to submit resolutions on any bill or other matter to the President so that he can submit such resolutions to the National Assembly. Yeah.